The world often slumbers. It rests in comfortable, familiar shadows. Many find solace in the twilight of unknowing. Yet some individuals hear a different call. A subtle whisper, then a persistent hum. They feel an undeniable pull towards a brighter understanding, a clearer vision. This is the profound summons of awakening. It beckons one to see beyond the veil of everyday perceptions. It is an invitation to embark on a journey into light, a journey of discovery. This call is not easily ignored by those whose hearts are attuned to it. To awaken others is a sacred duty. It is not a task for the faint of heart or the easily discouraged. It demands immense courage, a steadfast spirit. It requires a deep well of compassion, an understanding of human frailty. Those who undertake this path are akin to lighthouses. They stand resilient against the tumultuous storms of ignorance and confusion. Their primary purpose is to guide others through treacherous waters. They endeavor to show the way to clearer shores, towards a more conscious existence. This responsibility is weighty, yet deeply fulfilling for the dedicated soul. This noble path is not one of imposition or force. It is, at its core, one of gentle invitation. The initiator, the one who carries the flame, does not pry open the eyes of others. Instead, they offer a subtle glimpse, a fleeting vision of what lies beyond the familiar comforting darkness. They present a fundamental choice. The choice to see, to embrace a new perspective, or to remain comfortably asleep in the known. This gentle, respectful offering is absolutely key. It honors the unique journey and timing of each individual soul. The path of the awakener is an ancient one. It has been walked by seers, mystics, and sages throughout history. It is, in essence, the hero's journey, but turned bravely outward. The hero, in their classic adventure, first finds their own inner light, their own treasure of wisdom. Then they feel compelled to return to their community, to share this newfound illumination. This act of sharing is often fraught with peril and misunderstanding, but it is also filled with the most profound and lasting reward. The sight of a world slowly, surely, turning towards the inevitable dawn. When truth first begins to whisper, the established illusion often roars in defiance. The comfortable lies, the convenient half-truths, do not yield their ground easily. They have constructed strong, formidable fortresses within the minds of many individuals and societies. Challenging these deeply entrenched illusions is akin to shaking the very foundations of a cherished home. Naturally, people cling tenaciously to what they know, to what feels safe. They instinctively fear the vast, unsettling unknown that truth often unveils. This initial resistance is frequently fierce, a primal defense mechanism against perceived psychic disruption. The first common reaction encountered is often stark denial. This cannot possibly be true, they will assert. Their world is meticulously ordered, predictable. Your emergent truth threatens to dismantle that carefully constructed order, so they push it away with all their might. They consciously refuse to look, to even consider the alternative. Soon after, or sometimes concurrently, anger may surface. How dare you disturb their hard-won peace, their comfortable equilibrium? Your words, intended to liberate, are perceived as attacks. Their underlying fear then manifests as overt aggression, a common shield against uncomfortable realities. The third reaction frequently observed is that of bargaining. Perhaps some small part of what you say is true, but surely not all of it, they might concede. They attempt to negotiate with the encroaching reality, seeking a compromise. They hope to find a middle ground that allows them to retain at least some of their cherished illusions. Following this, the fourth reaction can be a descent into depression. The sheer weight of the new, expansive understanding can feel crushing. The old, familiar world begins to crumble, and a profound sense of loss and disorienting despair can set in. This is a particularly difficult and sensitive stage for anyone to navigate. Finally, some individuals may resort to the fifth reaction, ridicule. They mock what they do not or choose not to understand, or perhaps they mock what they secretly fear to understand fully. Laughter in this context becomes a defensive weapon. It serves to dismiss the profound as merely trivial or absurd. It is an attempt to shrink the vastness of truth down to a manageable, laughable, and therefore non-threatening size. These 5 reactions represent common hurdles on the path. The awakener must learn to anticipate them with wisdom. They must strive to meet them not with judgment but with profound understanding and patience. The path of the awakener is inherently exposed. They choose to stand in the brilliant, often glaring light of truth. This very luminescence, while guiding some, can make them a conspicuous target for the lingering shadows of ignorance and fear. Therefore, diligent protection is absolutely essential. not walls of cold stone or barriers of aggression, but shields forged of spirit and inner resolve. The first and most crucial shield is that of unwavering truth. Hold fast with unwavering tenacity to what you have come to know through deep experience. Let your inner conviction be your unshakable bedrock. Doubt, like a creeping mist, will invariably try to seep in. Your clarity must be potent enough to repel it. This core truth is not a rigid dogma or an inflexible ideology. It is rather an internal compass, finely tuned and reliable. It consistently points towards greater clarity, unconditional love, and expansive understanding. This personal truth is tested repeatedly in the purifying fires of direct experience. It is polished to a bright sheen by continuous, honest reflection. When others, lost in their own confusion, project their fears and unresolved issues onto you, this shield of truth deflects these energies. It keeps your core understanding pure, untainted, and strong. It allows you to remain a steady, unwavering beacon for those still navigating the mists. The second indispensable shield is that of boundless compassion. Strive to understand the deep-seated fear that often grips those you seek to awaken. Remember your own arduous journey through periods of darkness and confusion. Their resistance, their anger, their denial is rarely truly personal. More often it is a poignant cry from a soul struggling with the discomfort of profound change and growth. Compassion has the power to transform potential conflict into a genuine opportunity for connection and healing. It soothes the agitated spirit of the other. It creates a safe, non-judgmental space where truth can be gently received. The third vital shield is that of detached service. Offer your light, your insights, and your guidance freely and generously. But crucially, do not attach your own well-being or sense of success to the immediate outcome. You cannot and should not try to force awakening upon anyone. Each soul has its own unique rhythm, its own sacred timing for unfolding. Your role is primarily to plant seeds of awareness. Whether those seeds sprout now, in the distant future, or perhaps never within your direct sight, is not ultimately your burden to carry. Serve without the expectation of specific reward or recognition. This profound detachment preserves your precious energy. It protects your spirit from disillusionment and burnout. The journey of the awakener is a profound and sacred calling. It demands far more than mere intellect or clever argument. It requires, above all, a burning heart. A heart that yearns passionately for a world more conscious, more compassionate, a world more fundamentally free from self-imposed limitations. This deep, abiding purpose is the essential fuel. It is what keeps the initiator moving steadily forward on their challenging path. It sustains them even when the way ahead is dark and feels utterly lonely. It empowers them, even when the resistance they encounter seems overwhelmingly strong and persistent. True strength is forged in the crucible of this demanding endeavor. This is not the superficial strength of domination or control over others. Rather, it is the profound strength of unwavering resilience. It is the quiet strength to stand firmly in your own discovered truth, even when you stand alone. It is the courageous strength to love unconditionally, even in the face of fear and hostility. It is the enduring strength to continue offering your light day after day. This deep inner fortitude grows incrementally with each challenge successfully met and integrated. It begins to shine from within, becoming an inspiration in itself for others to witness. Remember, you are never truly alone on this path of awakening. Countless others walk this very same journey. Some have gone before you, blazing trails through the wilderness of ignorance. Some walk beside you now, seen and unseen, offering silent solidarity. Draw strength and encouragement from this ancient and ongoing lineage of light-bearers. You are an integral part of a great emergent wave of change, a slow, powerful, inexorable tide that is gradually turning humanity towards a greater, more holistic understanding of itself, and of the vast, mysterious universe it inhabits. This sense of connection is vital sustenance. Your eyes, now burning open with new awareness, do not see for yourself alone. They burn with a light intended for the entire world. They are like beacons of hope shining steadfastly in the deepest night. They are the undeniable promise of a new dawn approaching. Embrace this sacred fire within you. Let its warmth and illumination guide your every step. Let it light the way for others who are still searching. The world, in its quiet heart, awaits the courage and compassion of the awakened. Shine on with all your might. The task before you is indeed great, but your indomitable spirit is, and always will be, greater.